Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Yes, as you can see, it's still quite cloudy. It's actually even cloudier today. It's been raining off and on since yesterday, really, and of course all night. And I'll admit, I was wondering if I was going to go for my walk. Ooh, bald eagle. Wow. Awesome. Plain as day. Gorgeous. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I think that's the second or third one I've seen since coming here. Wow. Yeah, that definitely woke me up. There was a flock of Canada geese, goosers. I have my own names for them all. They flew over just before I started and with my walk, and yeah, now that it's like, wow, I've been getting some treats. Yesterday we had Mr. Turkey. I found out it is definitely a male. That kind of, like that looked like a tuft of fur or something like that, or like a beard, basically tough, a long beard hanging down right there. That's the indicator for a male. So I found that out after I got home yesterday. Rick educated me about that. So I was definitely talking to a male. Not surprising. Happens to me every time. But anyway, so I know that was a lot of fun. If you didn't get a chance to check out that video, definitely head on over there and check those out. Yeah, I don't know how to string the videos together, so it wound up being 3 separate videos yesterday. So, oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I was making a joke about it actually, with sending it to some people. That link saying, yeah, I have a stalker, he's a real turkey, here's a video of him, should I call the cops or get a restraining all that sort of stuff. I thought it was funny, but yeah, and my friends thought it was funny too. So anybody else, well, too bad. You're not part of my circle. That's the way I look at it. So anywho, yesterday as a redwing. I love redwing blackbirds. They're so beautiful. Anyway, yesterday around 11 o'clock, I started getting things together to jump in the shower, and I happened to catch the phone out of the corner of my eye and seeing that it was ringing. At first I thought it was just like, oh, it's probably another damn spam call, how we get those. And then my eye caught who it was actually calling, and it was work. And I'm like, oops. I'm like, all right, what do they want? But I wasn't able to catch it, so I figured they'd probably leave a voicemail, which they did. And it was my manager calling and saying that they are looking to do early outs again. And if maybe I just wanted to take the day off. And I thought about it. I even called the DA's office out there to find out where we stand with possibly getting me flown out there or what have you, which I'll catch you all up on here in a minute. And ultimately decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to make use of this day, because I know what's going to wind up happening. If I decide to go in, number one, I was going to be bored out of my mind, sitting around wishing I had taken the time off and gotten something taken care of. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised at one point, yeah, I may have gotten a few hours in, but I probably would have been sent home early. And then I really would have been wishing I'd have taken the day off and gone and gotten done what I did get done yesterday. So, and I'm so glad I did. I decided to become a Minnesota resident. Got as much paperwork as I possibly can together based off of the Real ID list, and so forth. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it because I didn't have everything they needed, but I was at least able to switch over my driver's license. So, yep, bye-bye Nevada, and hello Minnesota. So, wasn't that bad. It wasn't too tough or anything. Yeah, I've got to wait a couple of months before I'll get it. Of course, you know, they're all getting inundated. Ooh, red squirrel. They're all getting inundated right now, you know, with those Real ID last minute requests. And there was a few people there. It was that office was not what I was used to at all. That actually was the smallest DMV office I have ever been to in my life. There was maybe, if you're lucky, 15 people waiting in line. Yeah. Complete turnaround from what I was used to, even in Virginia, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I was in and out of there within about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I mean, on the extreme outside. Of course, I didn't time it, but I wasn't waiting very long. And everything was taken care of by the same person. And it was just like, wow, this is a total turnaround from what I'm used to. I'm like, this is not a normal DMV office. I'm not sure I'm at an actual DMV office. It's like, what's the matter with you people? Where's the long lines? This isn't normal. This isn't right. There should be long lines, you know. A bunch of people pissed off and having to be standing around waiting in a line, this, that. And then sitting around waiting, even if you have an appointment, still sitting around waiting for hours. Yeah. So, but, so yeah, I'm not entirely too sure. You know, of course, I don't have a passport or a pass card even. So, whew, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, not entirely too sure how all that's going to wind up being handled. But I did find out how to at least get a passport, and I found out that I don't necessarily have to. I forgot that you don't have to have a real ID in order to be able to travel. So, but I did find out where I have to go in order to get a passport. And of course, it's not as stringent of conditions, requirements with getting that as opposed to the real ID. So, at least at least I have my driver's license, or at least a temporary one until I get the permanent one in the mail. So anyway, yeah, there's that. And then when I got home, by the time I got home, I was really kind of dealing with a little bit of a low sugar, so I took care of that first, of course. But then I tackled everything with trying to get it uploaded to the Uber app. That was a big ordeal. And unfortunately, they've kind of changed things. Of course, I know that they took away all of the green light hubs. So you can't make appointments or anything. You can't go and see somebody in person. But now they've made it even tougher to even be able to call customer service. And I was having a lot of difficulties with the system accepting my paper ID instead of excuse me, instead of the actual. So, but I had to do some creative thinking, and I was able to. I'm like, they have to have a customer service line for those extreme circumstances. Sure enough, I got through, and somebody who actually spoke good English. And I was just like, look, I don't want to lose you. It took a lot for me to figure this out and everything. And he's like, don't worry, if we get disconnected, I'll call you back. I'm like, okay. So, anywho, it's so cool. I love it. I love it. Oh, I absolutely love all of the nature. I'm loving it. So anyway, after basically what I wound up having to do is we had to do a device connect so he could see what was going on my end. And once he saw that, he was just like, okay, I see. So he emailed me a link for me to take a live picture of it, send it to him, and he was able to approve it right then and there. So, and then I also had him take off my old vehicle, you know, because I don't have it anymore. So at least we were set ready to go there. And I went up to see about rental options. There really wasn't anything available. At that point there was, but I'm like, I'm gonna hold off. Sure enough, this morning, woke up, got that little inkling to check, which I did. And because I really would prefer gas over electric. Pretty pro. So, but yeah, I was able to put in a reservation with Hertz on the 11th for, that's the earliest one that was available for a gas powered. In the meantime, the way I look at it, if things keep going the way that they're going with Home Depot, oops, sorry about that. Oh well, who cares at this point if things keep going the way that they're going. I'm just gonna flat out be like, hey look, you know, I realize I put in a 2-week notice. You all just wanna call it quits now. And I did see with Avis that I can get a car today, tomorrow, you know, that sort of thing. So it would be an electric, but at least it would keep me going until I could get over to the gas. I know I've been talking about buying a car and everything, but of course, you know, with all this, with missing work, not working, not because of my own thing, but things that are going on with me, just, it's slow. It's very slow. And of course, you know, people are scared right now with everything that's going on in the political world, between the tariffs and everything with Russia and so forth. So, you know, people are holding on to their money, you know, which is understandable. So anyway, yeah, because of it, things have gotten slow. Rick, he works retail. He's been saying the same thing. You know, Angie, she's a nurse. I've seen it with her over the last month. She does runs for the kidney dialysis. And they've been asking her to do early outs and taking days off and so forth too. Basically use PT. So, yep, I get it. I completely get it. I do like that house. It's a cute little house. Makes me wonder. It's overgrown grass, so it makes me wonder if anybody's even living there. Looks like nobody's taking care of it or anything. I know there's a car there. For a while there it wasn't, but now it is, so I don't know. This kind of makes me wonder. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, you know, it's just been slow. I've been asking everybody. Doesn't matter who it is. And it's not just me because of, you know, what I've done here recently. And I found out, too, when I was at work the other day, that somebody basically a very important person that works there. Going to be very difficult to replace. She put in her 2-week notice also. So, but she had gotten a better paying job, something else lined up. Well, not to say I don't, but you know what I mean. So, but yeah, things are just really, really slow. And I'd let, because the friend's daughter, she's interested in working there, and I told her what's going on. Don't take it to heart. Don't get down anywhere you apply right now. It's just really slow out there. So it's like, okay. And I'm not worried about, no matter what, people are still going to need rides. People are still going to want to have stuff delivered and so forth. Just batten down the hatches a little bit more. It's nothing I ain't been through before. So I'm used to it. Been in the transportation industry for 13 years. I realized it was a completely different area. Now I'm having to learn a completely different area, but yeah. This is where that turkey was. There's that kitty. Yeah. Robbie. So anyway, the court case. What I found out about that yesterday, I was waiting for him to get back with me. Well, basically, what I was told, the DA was informed about, my ID situation. And she's having to wait until the 10th when it had the calendar call to see if the case is still going to be moving forward on the 16th or not. And then decisions will be made at that point. So I know, 10th, and then I'm renting a car on the 11th. Hey, my life has to still keep going, no matter what. At least I'll know by the 10th. But, yeah, like I said, I still have to keep things rolling. So, and with going with this option, with this rental car option, it had on there that I'd be paying X amount, but after 7 weeks, it drops down. So, that's good. As far as, buying a car, with what I'm qualifying for, it bothers me. And I know I've expressed that several times. It really does bother me, even with having a warranty, this, that. I mean, all it's going to take is for somebody to take a look at the odometer. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You put 5,000 miles on the car already, and it's only been a month? Eek. What are you up to? So, I don't know. And then, of course, like I said, with everything going on, it's kind of difficult to get anything together to do a down payment anyway. Especially, even the small amount that they're wanting. So, I'm just like, and like I said, it makes me a bit nervous to, taking on a car payment like that, and putting that amount of miles on a vehicle within a year, and then, yeah, I would have an opportunity to do a trade-in, but how much am I going to get for it, especially with what's still owed, and the fact that I still owe, Yeah, I can bust my ass to pay it off, It's just, it's not a very good sound investment either. I mean, if something happens and maybe I might be able to, that's one thing. But I don't know. It troubles me. It really does trouble me. So I'd much rather let somebody else have the opportunity to pay for the upkeep, basically. So I don't know. We'll see. See what happens. So anyway, at least I will have a gas-powered vehicle, and especially with the weather around here, we did have a tornado watch yesterday afternoon into the evening, which I didn't know about. We're going over to DMV. Like, oh, okay. I found out about it afterwards. It's like, okay, whatever. No biggie. So, but I'm gonna love that because I could do some storm chasing. Yeah, love it. I know I've always been such a weather bug. So, but anywho, yeah, everything's moving forward. I know it's very exciting. I'm excited about it, and that's what matters. You know, it's funny if I would have told myself, or somebody would have told me anyway, 3-4 months ago or whatever, I would have been doing this. I don't know if I would have believed them or not, but then again, considering the sort of person I am and everything, I've been like, doesn't surprise me. Just needed that rest. I need to get stable. I need to do some healing. And that's what it boils down to. Too much of a free spirit to be cooped up in a cage like that. It's not me. So I'm somebody who has to make my own decisions all the time and have that freedom, flexibility of making decisions and so forth. So that's the way I look at it. But yeah, the trash can is overflowing. Kind of makes me wonder, or maybe it's just a not a rental, but you know, summer place or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to see if there's a way to do a real property search here up online. I don't know what the address is. Let's find out. And hopefully I can remember it. That's the difficult part. Actually remembering later. It is a cute house. It can be fixed up. I've always been somebody, I'm going to fix up a house. And don't get me wrong, I really want to fix up. Well, there are trash cans that are out because they have another one back there that's really out. But that's not these ones. Okay, got the address. All right, like I said, hopefully I'll remember it. No, I'm not going to say which one it is. And then be able to reference it later. Try and protect people's privacy as much as I can. Sometimes things slip, but it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I'll admit I'm a little bit sleepy this morning because I woke up at 4:30. Mostly because I think I felt my sugar kind of low, and sure enough, I was a little bit low, but it's okay. We'll get through it. But I figure I could take a little bit of a nap before I head out. That's the way I look at it. But anywho, yeah. Continuing doing my yoga. Continuing with that latest pose. Chest is definitely getting stronger. Those muscles. So just taking it slow and easy, you know, not rushing anything. So it's awesome. I'm loving it. So anyway, and last night, I took an opportunity and turned on an old station that I haven't listened to in a while, that I made up on my Pandora account. And it's basically old-time jazz, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of Motown, and so forth. So, you know, like Louis Armstrong, Etta James, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, you know, so on and so forth. So, a little bit of Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin also. They have changed it up on me a little bit. It was like, didn't hear Dino at all. Did hear Gene Kelly. They added Singing in the Rain. I'm like, well, that's appropriate. Awesome. So that was cool. But I haven't heard that song in ages. Oop. Uh-oh. Birdie's fighting. Love it. Well, it is what it is. So anyway, what was I thinking? Yeah, I decided to listen to that one. And do some sewing last night. That felt really good. I'm almost done with it. Not much longer. But I'll admit I had a little bit of a moment, I guess you could say. But it was a good moment. Did some more cleansing, more healing. And it felt good. So that was a good thing. So, but anywho, I should probably let you go. Miss Possum is doing well. She's been getting a lot of sleep. Oh yeah, I renewed my, got my prescriptions, the ones that I wanted anyway. Set ready to go in the queue there at the pharmacy. And that's another thing I have to get also right away is a new insurance plan. So yeah, lots of work that I still have to do to get myself up. And then I can see about doing the yoga classes and working on, I could see about paying for those. And there's an online course basically that I'm going to do. And I can see about, paying for that. And then see about saving to get my own place. That's next on the list. So both of those things. And of course the Tai Chi classes as well. But I really would like to get my own place, especially by fall. So, and that's one nice thing about going back out driving, especially, with being in a new area. It will give me an opportunity to look around, see what's out there. Who knows, I might find an area I like more than here. We'll see. I know I really like it around here. It's very peaceful, quiet, and of course, as you can see, lots of wildlife, which I love. But who knows? I might find another area that I like. We'll see. So we'll go from there. So anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm loving it. All right, I'll let you go. Yeah, and I got to get those prescriptions before my last day. That's for sure. So anyway, I did try and see if I can get them delivered. Unfortunately, the insulin's no. So, because of course they got to be kept cold. We can't take those chances with delivery. So the others I could, the syringes, no problem, but it's the insulin. So, anywho, that's where I'm at. I love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Love you.